This is the original Skull Mountain that I picked up at Petco. That's what it looked like before I did any modifications to it. I picked all this stuff up in the basically aquarium area of Petco. And here's Skull Mountain after I modified it with Model Magic closing off all those entrances and repainting it. But I figured since I did that I might pick up a few more things at Petco and show you guys what I've gotten. Here are a couple columns. These were only $1.99, and you can see next to a 25mm fig that they're a pretty impressive size. They look pretty good. I might do a little different painting on them, but you know, for $1.99, they are a really great deal. I'm going to probably pick up some more and break some to make some ruined areas. You know, for that price, you know, you could make columns cheaper, but looking like that, I don't know. Here is a smaller set of columns. Pick that up. I think there was also $1.99. Then I picked up this large set of ruined column. It's got 4 columns. They're approximately the same size as the large individual standing columns, but you can see they're in a set and broken. Again, the painting is pretty good. I may or may not touch it up. I'm not really sure yet. But I think that this was $3.99. So still, I think a really good deal. And I like to use these 3D sets, as I said, to add a little spice to the 2.5D terrain. Since my players are going to be in an Asian area, I figured I'd pick this up as well, along with a couple other things. It's a bell tower, and it looks really nice. The paint job is pretty good. I don't know that I'm going to do much to it. And my PCs are going to be going to an area where there's a Asian temple, and I saw this, and this is just I'm in love with this thing. It was on clearance for $4.99, and it's a temple entrance, and I just think that this thing was great. Here's a stone bridge that I picked up, and I've already painted this, although I'm still going to be touching it up a little bit more, but I think that's going to go over a stream near the Asian temple that my players are going to be encountering, and there's a reference for size. Go over about a 10-foot stream, I think. Again, very cheap. I think it was $3.99 or $4.99, something like that at Petco. So, you know, and then I found this, I believe this is actually called an Asian temple. It comes with a little tree. The bad thing about it is it is hollow, see, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that up with Model Magic and repaint it, flock around that base. I don't know that I'm also going to fix that hole in the rock, since I don't have to worry about fish swimming in and out of it. That's its original intention. The tree, I kind of like it. This is just going to be, as I said, a set piece for what they're going to go down into, or you know, building that they're going to encounter that's going to be using a 2.5D terrain. The size of that is it's a little small, I think, but still, it I think adds a lot of flair to the. And it's not going to be used for gameplay per se, although I think some ninjas or other type of Asian NPCs or monks are going to be coming out of it. Here's something I picked up, and I don't really have a direct plan for this yet, but it was a tiki idol, and again, I think it was maybe $4.99, but just so impressive in size. And you know, when you think about the price of terrain, when you look at actually buying miniatures terrain, it's so much of a higher price in comparison to this kind of stuff. And the fact that you know, all this stuff is really durable resin. It's used for underwater stuff. It's pretty cool. And I think this is the last thing that I got at Petco. I've been trying to find the plastic tree that DM Scotty used in his video when he was making some trees, or the plastic plants, but I haven't found anything with really good branches that look good, but this, I think, will work for that. And there's a huge amount of it, so I think that for both bushes and branches, it can be used. And I was happy to see that, and it was pretty cheap as well. So that's all the stuff that I got at Petco, and now I'll show you some Hobby Lobby stuff. I got this sack of wooden rectangles of different sizes, and the nice thing about it is it's cheap. It was $2.99 for that whole bag, and I just threw together a little table using some of these pieces, and the nice wood grain on it I think really looks cool. And I also got a bag of circles, very similar. I'm going to use these to paint up for my Tomb of Horrors. There's a hallway called the Hallway of Spheres that have these colored circles on the walls, and I'm going to use those wooden circles painted up to represent those. Some of them are entrances to crawl spaces, others are not. But, I also threw together this little table, really super quick and cheap. And I really love that kind of wood grain and worn look that it brings to it. I think it's a really quick, cheap, and easy way to make some tables or other terrain with a wood effect. And the last thing I got were these shaped mirrors. There's some circles and square mirrors, and they were $2.47 at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure what I'm going to use them for, but mirrored surfaces are pretty versatile, so I'm sure I'll find something. I found this LED light at Walmart, and you basically can press on the little on-off switch there, and you can take it through about 7 different modes. It's hard to see in this video, but when I press this, it basically puts it into a static color. It mixes red, green, blue, and then some combinations of those. If you click through all of the cycles, then you get this really cool color change LED mode, which if you guys watch my videos, you know that I'm pretty fascinated with. And lastly, here are things that I got through Amazon. When I was originally looking for color change LED lights, didn't know what would be good, so I ended up getting this kind, which is what I used in both the Misty Portal and in the Skull Mountain. But I also got this other kind that is more like a tea light looking with actual kind of supposed to be like a flame look to it. It's quite a bit bigger, and I like the others, this other kind better, but I wasn't sure at the time. I'm sure I'll probably use both types, and I got both boxes of them, about 10 each, for about $10 each. So they're about $1 per. The last thing that I got just recently was this dragon skull, and this is actually a box. You see, it opens up and everything, but I mean, it looks really pretty amazing. I thought it looked good online, but and it was $11, so I figured why not. But you know, this thing is probably 4 times the size of a gargantuan dragon. And right now my PCs are going through the desert on their way to encounter the Tomb of Horrors, which is going to appear in their path. But you know, DM Scotty had that dig site, and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be really cool to have a dig site with this gargantuan dragon head skull, and you know, have the PCs encounter that, and maybe some skeletons that are unearthing it, and maybe the weapons that killed the dragon that was so huge. I don't even think I'm going to have to paint this at all. Maybe the horns a little bit need a touch-up. So yeah, that's my shopping tour, and I'll put links to everything that you've seen here in the description, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks.